It is now time to start the meeting for global reorganization to strengthen synergies, leveraging OT and IT. Let us begin. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us today. I have the pleasure of serving as MC. My name is Motomura, Corporate Communications of Hitachi Limited's Digital Systems and Services. To explain the program today, Mr. Tokunaga will deliver opening remarks, followed by Mr. Abe's presentation. As new leaders, we would like to introduce three members from our side, followed by a Q&A session. So let me introduce those who will be seated at the front table. Executive Vice President, Executive Officer, GM of Digital Systems and Services Division, Toshiaki Tokunaga. Senior Vice President, Executive Officer, CEO of Cloud Services Platforms Business Unit, Jun Abe. Hitachi Digital Services CEO, Roger Levin. Hitachi Vantara LLC CEO, Sheila Rora. Hitachi Vantara Limited President, Akinobu Shimada. So 5 members at the table. At this moment, I would like to turn it over to Tokunaga-san for opening remarks.
This is Tokunaga. Thank you very much for coming to today's briefing. Thank you very much indeed. As announced in advance, and details will be provided by Mr. Abe later in this presentation. Today's presentation is not only about our digital systems and services sector, but also about Hitachi's global business growth as one Hitachi. Therefore, it is a briefing of utmost importance, and I have decided to participate in this briefing as well. I'm looking forward to this briefing with you today. Needless to say, the digital market around us is undergoing an unprecedented paradigm shift with the advent of generative AI. This reorganization is intended to capture this major shift and strengthen our digital capabilities. It also aims to accelerate further value creation through synergies with OT fields such as railway systems, energy, and industrial products, which are the Hitachi Group's greatest strengths. As we enter the second half of the fiscal 2023, we have just reached the halfway point of the 2024 midterm management plan, and I believe that this reorganization will form the basis for achieving the 2024 midterm management plan and beyond, for dramatically expanding our business globally in the run-up to the next midterm management plan 2027. With the acquisition of Global Logic, we have established the Lumada co-creation cycle of design and digital engineering and have laid the foundation for global growth and profitability. In this reorganization, Hitachi Digital Services, which is strong in domain solutions and cloud managed service, will be strengthened as an independent company, thereby enhancing the integration and fusion of OT and IT. Furthermore, Hitachi Vantara LLC and Limited will expand its expertise in virtualization technology to hybrid cloud environments to further lead the industry going forward, and will also bring to bear its strengths in the field of data infrastructure, expected to be in increasing demand in the future with the emergence of generative AI. The new company, Hitachi Digital Services, and the newly launched Hitachi Vantara, together with Global Logic, will expand Lumada's collaborative co-creation cycle and accelerate its growth globally. This concludes my opening remarks. And Mr. Abe will now explain the details of the reorganization. This is Abe speaking. From here, I will give you the details regarding the background of the reorganization as well as the strengths of the companies. You may have wondered why Hitachi Vantara is to be divided into two companies when you saw the press release on the 27th. Simply put, the business centered on data infrastructure, such as storage, and business centered on digital services, such as integration and managed services, including consulting, have different markets and partners in strategic alliances. And the profiles are different, and skills of the employees are different as well. Therefore, we decided to reorganize our businesses because we believe that aligning our human resources, skills, and strategic investments to each market will allow us to better serve our customer needs. The following slides will explain the background of the reorganization as well as the strengths of the two companies. Here is a summary of what I would like to share with you today. This reorganization is based on our business strategy to capture the explosive demand for generative AI, which continues to evolve rapidly and to accelerate our growth. There are three key points. First, Hitachi Digital Services will be established as a new company to create value by connecting OT and IT. We will promote automation of business processes by making focused investment on generative AI. Second, Hitachi Vantara and Hitachi Limited's IT products division will be integrated to create a strong brand for hybrid cloud storage, data infrastructure, and services that support generative AI. Third, the two companies and GlobalLogic will collaborate to leverage Hitachi's unique strengths in OT and IT and products on a global scale to grow the overseas IT business to achieve revenues of 1 trillion yen. Specifically, effective November 1st, Hitachi Vantara's digital solutions business will be spun off to form Hitachi Digital Services, led by CEO Roger Levin. Furthermore, Hitachi Vantara LLC, under CEO Sheila Rora, will strengthen its storage, hybrid, and cloud business and expand its portfolio of data infrastructure services of storage and hybrid cloud services. Furthermore, as of April 1st, Hitachi's IT products division will be transferred to a new company, Hitachi Vantara Limited, by an absorption type split agreement through a qualified reorganization. Hitachi Vantara Limited and Hitachi Vantara LLC will be reorganized into the new Hitachi Vantara, with Sheila taking over the overall business management, promoting integrated end-to-end management of manufacturing development, sales, and services. The total number of employees to be reorganized will be in the order of 10,000, and the revenues will be in the order of 500 billion yen. Now, I would like to proceed to talk about the aim of this reorganization. As Mr. Tokunaga has mentioned at the beginning, an unprecedented paradigm shift is taking place with the emergence of generative AI. Data is a fuel for the utilization of generative AI, which continues to grow at an accelerating pace. The demand for data infrastructure to store the explosive growth of data is expected to increase further in the future. The purpose of this reorganization is to leverage and expand digital capabilities to efficiently utilize this data and to create value. The new Hitachi Vantara will further strengthen its strength in data management, which has been cultivated over the years in mission-critical areas, and Hitachi Digital Services' strengths in domain solutions and cloud-managed services that connect OT and IT. Furthermore, by strengthening the value chain with GlobalLogic, we will accelerate global deployment of social innovation solutions with the OT sector, including railway systems, energy, and industrial products as one Hitachi. Let me give you further background on the reorganization. As this slide shows, the market environment is changing rapidly, and the key words for technology trends are also undergoing significant change. But data has always been at the center. In particular, the market for generative AI is expected to grow at an extraordinary 42% CAGR over the next 10 years. In order to leverage generative AI, challenges must be overcome, such as concerns about data leaking outside of the company. On the other hand, there are many people who want to make better use of the latest data and available data. To achieve both of these goals, hybrid cloud that combines a highly secure on-premise environment and a highly agile public cloud will be the answer. The hybrid cloud is a capability that we have been strengthening for many years. Data storage are industry-leading virtualization and data protection technologies. Cloud integration to efficiently modernize legacy systems into cloud environments, and managed services to optimize complex cloud operations. These are the weapons that we will bring to bear. By continuously strengthening our digital capabilities, we will be able to grow and on the offensive in the markets that are growing, promoting digital transformation through the use of rapidly evolving generative AI. The reorganization will also contribute to the strengthening of our Lumada business. This slide shows the Lumada co-creation cycle. With the acquisition of GlobalLogic, Hitachi has established a design and digital engineering-driven co-creation cycle and shifted to a recurring business, thereby improving profitability. GlobalLogic at the right-hand top has been continuously expanding through bolt-on M&A. In order to maintain and expand this growth momentum, we needed to further strengthen the second quadrant, which is a part of the business that is implemented and incorporated globally from the upstream to the field. In order to further accelerate the co-creation cycle, it was necessary to further develop the fourth quadrant while leveraging its strength as well. In this reorganization, the upper right quadrant, the first quadrant, is responsible for social deployment of ideas and applications created by GlobalLogic in a wide range of fields, will be deployed in the second quadrant, system integration, and the fourth quadrant, managed services, which maintains and operates the entire OT by IT by product system. This will be accelerated by using AI enhancement and automation. In addition, by providing data infrastructure, such as hybrid cloud storage that serves as a foundation of this co-creation cycle, we will realize a data management environment that enables a safe, speedy, secure, and cost-effective use of data, thereby providing a solid support for DX. Through these efforts, we will further improve the profitability of the Lumada business.
From this point onward, I would like to introduce the features and strengths of both companies. First, those of Hitachi Digital Services. Hitachi has always said that OT times IT times products is Hitachi's strength. But OT and IT have different concepts behind systems, different technologies, and languages. So connecting the two is very difficult because it requires knowledge and expertise in both. The Digital Solutions Division of Hitachi Vantara, the predecessor of Hitachi Digital Services, has SMEs, subject matter experts, who have deep industry knowledge. Through the sharing of know-how in agile products within Hitachi Group, we have built the capability as an IT times IT integrator, connecting between the two. Take, for example, the case of the British Railroads. We have a track record of developing a Hitachi rolling stock management tool called HFMT by combining the IoT size knowledge of rolling stock and maintenance with the IT size expertise of data collection and analysis from equipment and facilities such as trains and signals, as well as systems implementation. This tool is positioned as Hitachi Rail's strategic platform for rolling stock maintenance and asset reliability enhancement. The service has been offered in the UK since 2019 and has served more than 240 rolling stock in the UK's intercity high-speed rail program, achieving results in terms of reducing failure and maintenance costs. Thus, in order to realize the value of digital technology in a social infrastructure, there is always a phase where IT must be implemented with the OT in the field. Hitachi Digital Services will serve as the convergence point for OT and IT for the entire Hitachi Group and will accumulate knowledge as well as develop human resources to expand OT times IT domain solutions. Another strength is a managed service for optimizing cloud operations called HARC, Hitachi Application Reliability Centers. In less than 2 years since its launch, the service has been adopted by about 30 companies in a wide range of fields, including finance, manufacturing, and retail. For example, here's a case study with a U.S. manufacturer of air conditioning equipment for buildings. This company was experiencing frequent problems with a maintenance support system built on the cloud used by their on-site maintenance staff, resulting in reliability setbacks and increased workload for the operations team. By applying the HARC service, the company was able to improve systems stability by addressing 90% of systems problems in advance by reducing alert noises and streamlining incident management. In addition, the automation of routine operational tasks has been promoted to increase operational efficiencies and reduce the workload of the operations team. In the future, to further strengthen the HARC service, we also plan to utilize Japan's software IP and generative AI for operational automation. By accumulating Hitachi's knowledge of cloud system configuration and operation, for instance, it is possible to investigate and address bottlenecks by simply asking generated AI about the causes and options for addressing them, which is expected to improve customer response quality. Also, the use of generative AI to create codes for cloud operations would improve efficiency. We believe that these efforts will not only benefit Hitachi, but also contribute to customer satisfaction by speeding up the resolution of issues and improving quality. Next, features and strength of the new Hitachi Vantara. Hitachi Vantara has been ranked as one of the leaders in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for primary storage published by Gartner for 5 consecutive years, so it has always been a world leader in data storage. The company's greatest strength lie in mission-critical performance and reliability and storage virtualization technology. In addition, Hitachi Vantara's greatest strength actually is its highly reliable SDS, software-defined storage, a technology Hitachi Vantara has been developing for many years in anticipation of the advent of the hybrid cloud era. This extends virtualization technology to the cloud, enabling data virtualization across public and on-premise clouds. The benefits of automatically placing data in the right place across clouds, depending on the frequency of data access and security requirements, optimizing performance and cost, and using storage capacity without waste can help customers solve their challenges. This capability can be a very strong weapon in the hybrid cloud market, which is growing substantially as AI's demand grows, generative AI's demand grows. To talk about market additionally, for the past few years, use of public cloud has been expanding. And in the West in particular, since the latter half of last year, the choice is to go for a platform based on optimal maximization of the use of resources. Furthermore, to make it easier for customers to take advantage of hybrid cloud storage, we are collaborating with Global Logic, who has strong design capabilities to jointly develop a user interface. there are customers who want to move to a cloud, but do so in a phased way to reduce costs. Such customer needs has been increasing. And by combining public cloud and private and on-premise clouds, we can offer a cost and availability optimization. But then that complicates the systems, increases operational load and cost. That is a dilemma. With the advent of generative AI, I think the trend for hybrid cloud is accelerating. So this is now time for Hitachi's strength to be brought to bear for data virtualization in the hybrid environment and offering data access and management seamlessly. So we will offer EverFlex from Hitachi, which is hybrid cloud service as a service to create an ecosystem, including partners' solutions and Hitachi domain knowledge. With the reorganization, we will strengthen initiatives and become hybrid cloud's world top vendor. And through co-creation with partners, leveraging GPU infrastructure and security, we will offer generative AI data infrastructure and leveraging generative AI contribute to internal and external AI transformation. Let me show example of virtualization technology. Depending on the customer's business or sector, data must always be stored, managed, and operating on-premise in order to comply with contractual service quality assurance, SLA. For example, this Asian airline company wanted to use the cloud only during peak periods to accommodate seasonal fluctuations in business volume while keeping data on-premise based on a contract to optimize IT investments. To meet this need, we provided Hitachi Storage equipped with storage virtualization technology. This allows the customer to securely reference data located on premises directly from the cloud environment. The customer can also place frequently referenced data in a partner's new cloud for speedy and efficient performance. By providing services that monitor the operation of the entire system from on-premise to near cloud to public cloud and facilitate their operations, the customer can conduct their business operations without being concerned about the location of their data. We are currently co-creating with customers to realize their needs for both secure management and easy operation and management, as well as more strategic efficiency enhancement of their IT investments. Finally, a summary. Hitachi Digital Services is a new company that links OT and IT to leverage Hitachi's unique strength while strengthening cloud-managed services, and Hitachi Vantara, a new company that aims to become a world-class hybrid cloud vendor, will capture the growth of the generative AI market and drive our overseas IT services business to 1 trillion yen. The extent to which we can establish our overseas presence in the future will be a key factor in achieving our company-wide Lumada business goal of 2.65 trillion yen in the 2024 midterm business plan, as well as the basis for what lies further beyond, which is the next 2027 medium-term business plan. We will continue to strengthen this digital business base, align it with market growth, and put it on a growth trajectory. That concludes my explanation. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. Next, we would like to introduce the new leaders. So one by one, we would like them to introduce themselves and talk about your mission. First of all, I'd like to call upon Mr. Roger Levin, Hitachi Digital Services LLC CEO. Mr. Levin, please.
Good morning. Thank you so much for your attention today. Please allow me to introduce both myself as well as the business Hitachi Digital Services. Starting with myself, in my 25 years in the industry, I've been a serial builder of businesses, both running operations at scale as well as growing startups to relevancy. For the last 3 years, I have been focused on the space, which is now the mission of Hitachi Digital Services, which we have recently announced. Hitachi Digital Services as a company is focused on IT and OT integration, leveraging heavily our experience in both horizontal technology competencies, as well as our deep experience in industry practices such as energy, rail, manufacturing, automotive, and others. This is a business which is ripe for positive disruption by AI and is being delivered globally by our associates throughout the world, including our associates in India, Vietnam, Portugal, United Kingdom, United States, and many other locations. We're leveraging AI for both our internal efficiency as well as driving business results with our customers. We also bring unique differentiators to market, such as Hitachi Application Reliability Centers, or abbreviated as HARC. HARC is a operational concept, IP, and a service portfolio which is focused deeply on operational efficiency in cloud and hybrid cloud environments, with facilities operating today out of Dallas, Texas, out of Hyderabad, India, as well as out of Tokyo, Japan. We believe this to be one of the unique differentiators of the Hitachi Digital Services business. Prior to my personal experience with Hitachi, again, I have run businesses large and small, including at a company called Cognizant, a major services provider globally. I ran a multi-billion-dollar BPO and automation business in Cognizant. I also grew to scale a practice of media and entertainment where I worked with industry giants such as Verizon, Disney, Sony, and many others. My background personally is in software engineering. That was my major at the university today, together with my major of history, which is also a passion today. I live in the East Coast in the United States in Boston, but of course, like many of us in this business, I spend most of my time on the airplane, meeting our customers, as well as meeting many associates who are delivering our services around the globe. To summarize, my own mission and the mission of the Hitachi Digital Services is to transform enterprises through industry-centric OT and IT integration. We're going to do so by leveraging the Gen AI revolution as accelerator and bringing unique technology and industry skills for the benefits of our customers globally. Thank you so much for your attention.
ありがとうございます。続きまして、
Thank you. Next, Hitachi Vantara LLC CEO, Sheila Rora. So Sheila-san, over to you.
Good morning. I'm Sheila Rora, recently appointed CEO of Hitachi Vantara LLC. I've been in the technology industry for more than 20 years, serving in leadership roles spanning from strategy to execution, while transforming multi-billion-dollar businesses. As CEO of Hitachi Vantara LLC, my focus is on accelerating growth through transformation and innovation with a customer-first mindset. I am honored to lead the company developing and delivering differentiated hybrid cloud data infrastructure solutions and designed to address our customers' business challenges. Prior to Hitachi Vantara, I was Senior Vice President and General Manager of the data infrastructure business at Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. And before Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, I spent 10 years at NetApp, where I served as Senior Vice President of Customer Success, which was a multi-billion-dollar business, and led a company-wide transformation as Chief Transformation Officer, resulting in a very successful turnaround. I also spent 12 years at Cisco to help grow a business which then dominated a market. I live in the Santa Clara, California, USA. And my educational background is Bachelor's of Science in Electrical Engineering. In fact, I was the only woman to graduate in my class in that year. And our mission at Hitachi Vantara is empowering businesses to innovate and scale through diverse and talented people who deliver data infrastructure and experiences. Thank you.
ありがとうございます。続きまして、日立バンタラ。
Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Akinobu Shimada, President of Hitachi Vantara Limited. Good morning, everyone. I have been appointed President for Hitachi Vantara Limited. My name is Akinobu Shimada. In 1989, I joined Hitachi Limited. And after that, over the years, I've been working in the development of storage as well as product planning of storage products. Global IT infrastructure business is the domain that I have been working in over the years. And I am honored to take on this role of this new organization. I am very motivated to take on this role. As Abe-san has already mentioned today, on the part of Hitachi Vantara, hybrid cloud environment will enable efficient management of data, and from application based on generative AI, safe and simple simplified usage will be enabled. This is outstanding know-how and technology. Based on this technology and know-how, we will utilize this as a means to provide solutions to our customers. We have 5,000 outstanding human capital over the world. Together with Sila, we want to bring to bear this strength to its maximum and also meet the growing demand of the market. And going forward, I am committed to grow this business for Hitachi going forward. I would like to ask you to stay focused on Hitachi Vantara Limited going forward. Thank you.
続きまして、
Next, we would like to move on to questions and answers. So we will be taking questions from those participating in person, and then we will take questions from participants online. Those of you with questions, please raise your hand. I will call upon the person, designate the person, bring a microphone, state your name and affiliation before asking questions. Because of the interpretation service, please ask your questions one by one. So let's take questions from those of you who are participating in person. Please raise your hand. So I see the first hand shot up at the back of the room. My name is Takizawa from Fidelity Investment. Thank you very much for the presentation and remarks. For digital service infrastructure service, your organization is going to play a major role. I understood that. But I would like to ask about the benefits of the spin-off from an amateur's point of view. Vantara with data infrastructure products, digital services, AI services have been provided. There must have been a good reason for that structure, but such benefits are fading, and thus you have decided to spin off. What is happening? Why do you think that spin-off is a better structure going forward? If you could please kindly explain. Takizawa-san, thank you very much for your question. Allow me to answer that. First, with respect to the data infrastructure business, originally, Hitachi Vantara used to be called Hitachi Data Systems. It was a sales company, more or less, so products manufactured in Japan were exported and sold through the company. And we changed the company's name to Hitachi Vantara, and that is because we wanted to expand our business globally. Hitachi Limited's development unit and U.S. Hitachi Vantara in the United States. So manufacturing, development, sales and services. When it comes to providing integrated services, we thought that it is not fully embedded. So one CEO overseeing all of it, providing end-to-end services, we wanted to do so. And with the hybrid cloud becoming popular, we want to increase the presence and importance of storage products. Well, Vantara comes from the word vantage, to see the overall picture, and V comes from virtualization. India has lots of languages, but it also means number one in the Indian language. So we want to enhance the brand of our storage business. So rather than Hitachi Limited serving and working as a parent, it wants to be an equal partner collaborating with Hitachi Vantara to grow its business. Now, Hitachi Digital Services, on the other hand, well, Hitachi Digital is the control tower. Taniguchi, Gajin Tandia, they are the leaders, and it plays a strategic function. And the executive function is being served there. Well, I participate in Hitachi's steering committee, and before, most of the discussions were done by Japanese members, and it's organized once every 3 months, participated by energy business, railway business, and so forth. Of late, discussions are done mostly by non-Japanese leaders. We start from talking about projects and opportunities, and I feel that they're increasing. So the current midterm business plan will be fine, but in the next midterm business plan, we will be running short of capabilities. So we thought that it would be best to make it independent, channeling OT and IT resources into the entity, and bolt-on type of M&A also needs to be pursued to strengthen the business. So I thought that we should strengthen the businesses by separating the two. That's the answer. If I may ask another question. So with separation, the new Hitachi Digital Services, how are you going to increase staff? What is going to be the pace of staff increase? How are you going to source people? So members of Vantara will they be the staff, or how are you going to source people from within and outside of Hitachi? What's our strategy? Thank you for the question. The actual size of the staff, I would like to refrain from talking specifically on that, but within Hitachi Vantara, SMEs, subject matter experts with domain knowledge, we don't have 100, but we have dozens of such people, two-digit number, and they have been leading the business. But going forward, energy, railway, industry, well, we are starting to work on this already, but I think we need increased exchanges of people, and the company can serve as a convergence point, as I said, and through bolt-on M&A, we would like to strengthen our staff. That's the overall direction. Thank you.
ありがとうございます。では続き
Thank you. We would like to take the next question. The person in the right side, around the middle row, please. Tenpa Shinpun, my name is Susie. I would like to ask the following question. Now, overseas IT business is going to reach 1 trillion yen. That is the objective we have talked about. Regarding generative AI will be captured in the Lumada business from the upstream to implementation. End-to-end solution is the direction you are aiming for. But more specifically, what kind of services do you want to expand going forward? For example, for generative AI, a use case generation could be one approach, or unique Hitachi's application can be developed utilizing generative AI. What is the direction of development going forward? Thank you very much for the question. As you have rightly mentioned, that's the direction we are pursuing. Regarding generative AI, has only just begun. Market data was presented earlier. It's about 42% growth is expected annually. Therefore, this is indeed an area that we have to be focused upon. And in May of this year, Generative AI Center has been established. 300 inquiries have been received, and a dozen or so projects have been realized. Global Logic is most advanced within Hitachi Limited in terms of financial services as well as public sector. And the industry area, specific projects have been acquired by Global Logic. For example, software development companies software development will have global logic involved. Utilizing generative AI, productivity was enhanced. Customer service is another good case in point. It has been applied to this area. Chatbot has been enabled to enhance the accuracy of inquiries, whether it be elevators or industrial products, as well as storage products. We have many customer services being provided. Therefore, that will be an important focus for us going forward. Within as well as for our customers, the know-how that we accumulate can be provided to the customers as well. By so doing, this major trend of AI can be captured. I would also like to weigh in. As Abe-san has just explained, for generative AI is one significant opportunity. That is a fact. Usui-san, you mentioned that in your question that 1 trillion target is your aim. How are you going to pursue business to achieve this goal? Directly responding to your question, 500 billion is the size of the reorganization. And we mentioned that the Global Logic's size in the last phase will be around 250 billion in terms of revenues for Global Logic. So overall, the global IT service domain will be have the revenue size of 750 billion. And with the reorganization, and in addition to reorganization, generative AI opportunity will be captured so that we can grow our business significantly to the 1 trillion yen level. It's not just a focus on generative AI, but it's the overall IT service, global IT service, and we will have a target of 1 trillion yen. This is comprising generative AI. This is indeed an opportunity for us to leverage. But whether it will have an incremental impact on revenues, but it is not just limited to that. In a customer service domain, we can add more value and achieve efficiency. In the area of software engineering, better efficiency can be enabled. And human resources will no longer be a bottleneck. Therefore, ultimately, strong growth can be achieved. That is our direction. I have a related question regarding this reorganization. Hitachi Digital new company has been established. So I understand that this is the entity that is going to be focused on AI, generative AI. What is the amount of investment you are going to be making in this area for generative AI? Let me respond to that question. For Hitachi Digital Services positioning as such, that it is not an entity focused only on generative AI. As Abe-san has mentioned, OT and IT will be also incorporated. It will become a conversion point. Global Logic-based OT sector fusion is already making progress. The Hitachi Vantara in the past has been focused on managed services at the left-hand top area. OT knowledge has been utilized, and we have made progress in this area as well. Now, going forward, the Hitachi Digital Services strategy will be implemented more strategically. And in order to enable the service, the left-hand bottom, the integration with OT and IT will be necessary. That is the reason why Hitachi Digital Services has been established so that we can strengthen this effort going forward. For generative AI, on the part of Hitachi, not just limited to digital services, you asked about the investment that we are contemplating. I don't want to give you, but it will be around several hundreds of billions of investment that will be subject to harvest. And there will be harvest in 2024, midterm management plan, and also software engineering and customer services in SI area. This is a main business of Hitachi. So for the subsequent midterm management plans, we will continue to be able to reap harvest.
それでは
Thank you very much. We would like to take the next question. I see a hand in the front. First row. A second person from the left. Please go ahead. Umegaki from Toyo Keizai. I have a question of Tokunaga-san. In the Innovation Forum the other day, CEO Kojima focused on generative AI. He emphasized it very much. And should I understand that today's talk is an extension of what he said? I think the group is down for a reorganization of the group for now. So what is the positioning of this new structure? With generative AI, a major paradigm shift is happening. So in line with that, we are reorganizing our group. That is true. As Mr. Kojima said, generative AI is the greatest impact that we have experienced so far. So in order to transform generative AI's paradigm shift into a business opportunity, we have to enhance what we're doing. So Hitachi Digital Services and Hitachi Vantara, we would like to further narrow down on our focus area to increase the pace. In terms of reorganizing our business, whether we're done with reorganization for now, well, the reshuffling of business units or business domains is finished for now. But in line with the changes in the business environment, we'll have to continue to change our organization going forward. So to summarize, the new structure is a new a major measure for us to adapt to generative AI, but we will continue to reorganize our group in line with the changes in the business environment. Thank you. Another question. There was mention about bolt-on M&A. You talked about embarking on mergers and acquisitions. I think you talked about the size of investment that you're looking at. So in terms of mergers and acquisitions, how much investment are you looking to make? 1 trillion yen. There's no timeline for that, if you can share that with us. Yes. During this midterm business plan, our focus is on achieving organic growth. As Abe-san said earlier, with respect to the strengthening of Hitachi Digital Services, we have the OT sector as well as the R&D division with abundant OT expertise and personnel, and they will be concentrated in Hitachi Digital Services. That is our basic stance. But as Hitachi, if there's going to be a new area that we would like to focus on, rather than embarking on a major M&A, we would like to consider the possibility of having a bolt-on M&A. It's about possibility. It's not that we have a specific plan as to how much specifically we're going to spend on what kind of deal. So it's very hard to point to the specific size of investment for M&A at this moment. Thank you.
上げていただいて
Now, the person on the right in the front row, you had your hand up, so we'd like to take this question first and then move to online participants. This is Hirai of Nikkei. I have a related question. 1 trillion by when is the question I want to pose as well. With this reorganization toward 1 trillion yen, do you think that this is going to be front-loaded as a result of this reorganization? Now, this is also relating to business plans, so I would like to respond. The time frame in which we want to achieve the 1 trillion yen is not yet decided because the next midterm management plan has been decided yet. But on our part, during the next midterm management plan, we hope that it will be within the scope. So we would like to achieve this goal expeditiously as possible. With this reorganization, is there going to be whether this 1 trillion is going to be expedited. It's the reverse. In order to have more significant growth going forward, we are conducting the reorganization. The speed of growth will be accelerated as a result of this reorganization. I have a second question as well. On the part of Vandara, you have a Japanese entity. On terms of services, you don't have a Japanese entity. What is your objective of this structure? Thank you for your question. In the case of Japan, SI capabilities are quite significant in the social BU as well as in the industry. Digital OT integration divisions exist, so we have a good structure in place. But globally, there is still weakness. Therefore, we want to strengthen in a focused manner. That is the objective of this reorganization. In the case of Vantara, you have established a Japanese entity. Why is that? Well, this is regarding Hitachi Vantara Limited that is going to be established. The Global Vantara and Hitachi Vantara Limited, separate organization has been established in Japan. Is there a specific reason why you did this? In both entities are both 100% subsidiaries of Hitachi Limited, and therefore this is subject to the qualified reorganization structure has been utilized. So it looks like a separate company, but one CEO can manage the overall organization. Thank you.
ございます。それでは
Thank you. So we would like to start taking questions from those of you online. Those with questions, please use the hand raise button. The MC will call your name. Once your name is called, unmute, state your name and affiliation before asking questions. Those of you with questions, please press the hand raise button.
ご質問のある方いらっしゃいますでしょうか。
Anyone with questions? There seems to be no questions from those of you participating online. So may I revert back to those of you who are participating in person. So the participants at this venue participating in person. Any questions? I see a hand on the left-hand side of the first row. Please go ahead. Thank you. Earlier, what Abe-san talked about, he said that you are accumulating various data. What kind of data is being accumulated? Well, I'm sure Abe-san has good ideas as to how generative AI is going to be utilized, as well as how ordinary AI is also going to be used. So if Abe-san can share his thoughts on that. Thank you for the question. As Tokunaga-san said, software development and customer service. In terms of software development, within our SI business, there are lots of initiatives that we are working on. And customer service, on the other hand, well, this is an area where overall synergies can be generated within Hitachi Group. Power systems, railways, elevators, industrial equipment. There are many types of customer services that we offer. It's not just call centers that we operate. Level 1 support, level 2 support, level 3 support. So there are different layers, including QA. So data and knowledge that are accumulated in those layers are assets for us. In terms of OT knowledge, quite a lot is not necessarily written or made explicit. So the question is, how are people pre-learn and how can we build our own LLMs and combine them with public LLMs? Within the area of IT, that's going to be a crucial point. And we are having discussions internally on that, and at a certain timing in the future, we hope to share them with you. Thank you. If I may ask a follow-up a question for more specifics, you talked about call centers. So operators will be referring to FAQ, and that can be based on chat GPT. And if the operator enters a question and answer comes back, is that the kind of use you're thinking of? I think it's case by case. There are tasks that can be performed by chat bot. There are those which should not be undertaken by chat bot. We have to think about the accuracy of answers. And can we use a chat bot to respond to customer complaints? Customers will be angry. I would be angry. So how do we see AI? For example, tools for experts. If a child can use AI to come up with an expert answer, of course not. So it's a question of how can we raise the productivity of experts by leveraging AI? To what extent can we contribute to that using AI, not just customer services, but to develop experts, we have to support experts. And for that, we would like to use AI. Well, I'm sorry, may I ask one more question? So as a support tool for experts, AI can be used, and as data. So client companies' data that's accumulated can also be leveraged, but secrecy, confidentiality, equity, there are lots of issues pertaining to AI. So what's your view on such issues, and how do you plan to overcome these issues, Abe-san, if you could share your thoughts? Thank you for the question. So one thing, IP, intellectual property management, with our customers, it's a very sensitive area. So we have to refer to legal experts and IP experts for that. And on the other hand, with respect to hybrid clouds, for example, take our example, OT knowledge. OT knowledge is translated into language, and if it's leaked, it's going to be a problem. We really have to preserve it very carefully in a safe, if you will. In the hybrid cloud environment, inclusive of the hardware, we have to have very strong protection. So hybrid cloud with generative AI, its needs will continue to rise. Am I answering your question? Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. We will be able to take the next question in the middle. The second person from the right, please. DTNet, my name is Gunya. I have a question for Roger and Sheila. Regarding generative AI, global governance and rulemaking are still required. We need more progress in these areas. That is my understanding. Given this environment, to use a generative AI for customer side and for customer business, I think it is still subject to impediment or hurdle. How do you intend to overcome such barriers going forward? I would like to ask to Roger as well as Sheila.
Very much for your question. I think the issues that you have raised are very important issues for the industry, not just for Hitachi as well. I think this is a very common problem. I think as the problem gets solved, the current state of affairs allows us to use generative AI as an input towards solving the customer problem. It cannot be the only source of truth. And it cannot be the only solution. So often what we're seeing today in the use cases around, for example, preventive maintenance, generative AI is used as one of the signals towards suggesting that there is a problem or preventive action that could be taken. In the context of a call center, generative AI is one source of truth that may be leveraged by a call center agent as opposed to the only source of truth. So I think as the industry progresses in this particular space, Gen AI will become more expansive. But at the moment, it is one of the tools that either the engineers or the call center associates or other professionals have at their disposal to do their jobs better.
I can weigh in as well from a data infrastructure standpoint. So that's a very good question, and that's the reason why hybrid cloud infrastructure is very important, mainly around the security. The customers are not going to want to put all their data in the cloud, for example, not only because of cost, but also for security. They will, especially with this growth in generative AI, and to manage that data carefully, there is going to be a need to actually put it on premise. Therefore, it's important to create this integrated hybrid cloud architecture so that the customer can seamlessly manage the data between on-premise and cloud without sacrificing the security aspect of it.
少し私からの
I would also like to weigh in from the overall standpoint. As you have said, a secure environment is where customers will want to use generative AI. And in fact, we can provide solutions so that it can be actively utilized. But on the other hand, globally as well as in Japan, early adopters are multiple that want to reap the benefit of generative AI before others. So by providing a secure environment, GlobalLogic service customers can have the generative AI utilized, and based on that, the software can be developed and provided to them. Domestically, in the front business unit can receive many orders, and generative AI has been utilized to provide solutions as well. Obviously, it has to be secure. And IP must be protected. By utilizing a generative AI service is being developed, there is a strong momentum to promote this trend. Therefore, on our part, we need to nurture human resources with the ability to utilize generative AI. So we will capture such resources. We will also work with partners to nurture such human resources.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. We have passed the time to close, so the next question will be the last. So I see a hand in the front row. My name is Endo from Kyoto. I would like to ask one simple question of Mr. Shimada. So with qualified reorganization, you're creating this Japanese entity this time. So as a Japanese entity located in Japan, what do you think is going to be your role? You're going to collaborate with Sheila-san to drive business. So as the leader of the Japanese entity, what is your role? What is the Japanese entity's role? Thank you for the question. First, Hitachi Vantara Limited and its predecessor, IT Platforms Products Management Division, originally has developed manufactured storage products, IT and infrastructure. That was the main function of IT Platforms Product Management Division. And it's been part of my career, but Hitachi Vantara, Hitachi Data Systems have worked together with each other. And this time, it's turned into a consolidated subsidiary of Hitachi Vantara. So physical processes and systems, there was a limit to integrating all of them. And as Abe-san said, with one CEO providing oversight for the whole business, we will be able to enable that. So it's been going through a normal evolution. I think we can increase integration further with this new structure, as we said earlier, centering around storage, hardware, software, development functions, and to produce such products and to manage production. Those are the functions that are important for Japan to perform. So under Sheila's leadership, I will support Sheila, and so that together with the sales side, we will be able to capture sales information so that it can be translated into a better development and production. That is what I am looking to strengthen. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。それでは
Thank you very much. This is the end of the Q&A session. We will be able, if you have any other questions or requests, please contact the corporate communications. And at 3 o'clock this afternoon, the photographs taken will be distributed to the participants. With this, we would like to bring this briefing to a close. Thank you very much for your attendance today.